Hi, if you were deathly ill and there was a drug out there that could help you but it wasn't legalized, would you try to legalize it? Well, medical marijuana is that drug that is not legalized in all 50 states, but can help people. I know personally I would want whatever drug there was if it was illegal or not. I would try to get it legalized. Stated in study mode research that for years there has been a negative stigma attached to this plant. But that's exactly what it is. It's a plant, an herb that grows in the ground. And it is not inherently vile like some people believe. Several studies, some published as recently as a few months ago, have shown that marijuana can even be good for your health and could help treat conditions better than the solutions being cooked up in the labs, stated Dave Smith. Ann Harding, author of The Web, MD, mentioned that FDA has approved THC, a key ingredient in marijuana, to treat nausea and improve appetite. It's available by prescription, Marinol and Sesament. In International Business Times, stated the prescription drugs kill about 100,000 people in the world each year. Do you know how many deaths are caused by using marijuana, either medically or recreationally? There are no deaths from cannabis use. Anywhere, you can't find one, said Dr. Lester Grinspoon. The problem with medical marijuana not being legal in all 50 states is that people cannot be helped like they should be helped. Todd McEra mentioned that there are about 200 different medical conditions that respond favorably to cannabis. Here are 10 of the most notable common conditions and diseases that medical marijuana has been proven to help: Alzheimer's disease, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, glaucoma, arthritis, depression, anxiety, hepatitis C, and morning sickness. In Alzheimer's disease, the active ingredient is marijuana, can prevent an enzyme from accelerating the formation of Alzheimer's plaques in the brain. In epilepsy, the ingredients found in natural marijuana plays a critical role in controlling spontaneous seizures. Multiple sclerosis patients report marijuana that only helps ease the pain in their arms and legs when they painfully contract, but also it helps them feel good. Glaucoma researchers say marijuana helps reduce and relieve the intraocular pressure that causes optic nerve damage, but the prominents say it helps reverse deterioration too. Arthritis patients with rheumatoid arthritis report less pain, reduced inflammation, and more sleep. Depression studies show that using marijuana daily will give the person lower levels of depressive symptoms than those who have never tried marijuana. The study added that weekly users had less depressed mood, more positive effect, and fewer somatic complaints than non-users. Knowing what medical marijuana can help people with just these conditions and diseases that I have mentioned, just think of how many other people could be helped in the 200 other medical conditions. Medical marijuana also helps with vomiting and nausea from chemotherapy, stated Robin Williams from the LA Health Examiner. From Pew Research Center, a person who has had a relative with epilepsy stated that if medical marijuana was legalized, it would help her grandson with all of the seizures that he has. Wikipedia stated that there are several studies that have been found that decrease rates of opioid use and abuse in states that have legalized medical marijuana. After taking a survey with my class, 80% of my classmates voted to legalize medical marijuana in all 50 states. One of the reasons why some states won't legalize medical marijuana is because the idea of legalizing a cheap, all-natural medicine that grows out of the dirt is a threat to pharmaceutical industries. The bottom line is, another reason why some people don't want it legalized is that it's unlimited. Grow more, get more medicine. Pharmaceutical companies don't want you growing your own medicine. So people don't so much want to legalize marijuana because it's a drug, but because pharmacies could lose money from people not buying their drug. Also, another reason why some people do not want medical marijuana legalized because the person will just want the high. Well, if a person wants marijuana, they will get it either way. I'm wanting to just legalize medical marijuana for medical purposes, not to use it just to use it. To get you thinking about why medical marijuana should be legalized, think of this. Prescription drugs while legal, are experimental, dangerous, and often toxic. Prescription drugs continue to kill tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Americans each year. Meanwhile, marijuana has never been the direct contributor to a single death. Maybe we should focus less on making natural plants extinct and focus more on controlling the drugs that we're actually responsible for, says David Smith, author of the International Business Times. And here's a video of pictures about marijuana.